Greetings, Dota Scholar.
I'm Reeves Runner, or Reeves Ranger, if Blizzard is listening. And in today's
Counter Tactics.
we'll be analyzing Lirelei, or Windranger, or Master Archer of the Wood, or Master Arouser of Reeveswood. Whatever you call her, Windranger is a ranged intellect hero that can either support or take on a carry/semi-carry role. She can shackle her enemies to a tree or to another enemy to stun them for an insane amount of time that it's super awesome, and she can shoot a wicked sharp arrow with perfect precision and run like the wind to avoid all physical damage, that's not OP at all. She's good. She's really good and hot. Her ultimate blesses her with powers from the wind god, giving her the ability to dish out all the arrows, literally all of them. There's a lot. To a single target over 20 seconds. Windranger tends to buy items that focus on mobility, support, and/or damage, depending on the role she takes. Here are some tips when going up against Windranger. 1. Avoid going 1v1 if you rely on physical damage. Because of her wind run ability, it'll mean your effectiveness is basically non-existent. Try to coordinate ganks with friends and bait out an early wind run to increase your chances of a successful gank. Numero dos. Nuke damage is your friend. Spells with high magical damage like Lion's Finger of Pain or Skywrath Mage's Mystic Flare are great against Windranger. And number 3, watch your positioning. This one's super important. Windranger is always looking to line up a good shackle shot, so be aware of your positioning to Windranger and your positioning to any trees or ally heroes in the vicinity, and sometimes that spell's a little wonky, so it might just shackle you anyways. That's fun. When thinking of itemization with Windranger, try these. 1. Orchid. Very simple. If she can't cast spells, it makes it difficult to windrun out of harm's way. 2. Using a Lincoln Sphere or Lotus Orb on yourself or an ally can save lives, as Lincoln Sphere blocks both Shackle Shot and Focus Fire. With Lotus Orb, you could potentially latch Windranger to an enemy, which would be so pro. Be way pro. I can't do it. 3. Buying a Ghost Scepter as a support will help you temporarily avoid Focus Fire. Temporarily. And last but not least, number 4, which is way far from least. In fact, it's probably the most useful item against Windranger. It's the Monkey King Bar. An MKB will give you the right-clicking power through her wind run. It's like ha-cha, but you click a lot instead. Using Becomethegamer.com, here are 3 high win advantage heroes to consider drafting against Windranger. First, we have Spectre. Very little needs to be said about this late game hero. Spectre is something to dread, as her abilities give her the mobility and defense needed to stay relevant against a carry Windranger. And next we have Tinker. Tinker provides some decent burst damage and area of effect magic. His laser ability is great for applying a mischance debuff, though I should also note that Tinker is one of those relatively high skill cap heroes that can keep someone sheeped while bursting them down. I recommend practicing your shift queuing capabilities in a bot game. And lastly, we have Bane. While squishy, he can be extremely annoying to Windranger, lowering her base damage, dealing large amounts of pure damage, and utilizing Nightmare or Fiend's Grip as a way to keep Windranger in place. You did it! The ears and eyes thing! Thank you! And remember, these are just some helpful tips. Winning comes from always carrying a TP, buying your team a mechanism, and trying not to get hooked by Pudge. And I promise I'm really trying. So hard. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments. You can learn more about BTG on Facebook, Twitter, and Becomethegamer.com, and if you want to join me for a lovely evening of Dota-induced rage and variety gaming, you can find all that information in the video description as well. Until next time, guys. I love you. I do, though.